Junior Motorsports sets its full team for next season. Jacques Villeneuve is going racing in the Daytona 500 and more. Coming up next. Before we get going, if I haven't earned your subscription, hopefully I will earn it today. All right, let's jump into it. So Junior Motorsports has finally announced where all of their drivers and crew chiefs will line up next season. Let's start at the top. In the number one car will be Sam Mayer with crew chief Taylor Moyer. That is the same crew chief Mayer worked with last season. Josh Berry will remain in the number 8 car, but his crew chief will be Mike Bumgarner, formerly the crew chief for the number 1 of Michael Annett. But of course, because Annett was injured last year, he worked with several drivers, including Barry, Austin Dillon, and Chase Elliott. Noah Gragson will move to the number 9, where his crew chief will be Luke Lambert, the former RCR and Roushman, who worked with Ryan Newman. He was the crew chief when Newman made that almost improbable run to upset the playoffs. And Justin Allgaier, all his stuff will stay the same. He's in the number 7, and Jason Burdett will continue to be his crew chief. And Formula One champion, kart champion, Indianapolis 500 champion, Jacques Villeneuve is practicing for Hesburgh, powered by Remy Brothers Racing, for the Daytona 500 testing. So I think it is safe to assume he will be racing in the Daytona 500. And this is interesting because it will add to an already impressive resume. Like I just said, F1 champion. I think he won 11 races in F1. More importantly, he is the guy that beat Michael Schumacher. Absolutely nothing to slouch at, because Michael Schumacher was dominant back then and Ferrari had the best car. He is the kart champion and the Indianapolis 500 champion. If he can win this race or any of the NASCAR races or any of the NASCAR crown jewels, it just adds to that resume. Of course, unfortunately, life being what life is, some NASCAR fans only remember him as the guy who wrecked Danica. Life's crazy, but if he can get one of those wins, it just adds to an already impressive career and impressive resume for Jacques Villeneuve. So we'll be pulling for him to do that. Very similar, like I will be pulling for Jimmy Johnson to win an IndyCar race or a IMSA endurance race. I think both of these guys, I'll keep a sharp eye on them this season because I'm pulling for both of them to get a win. 2311 has landed another sponsor in Leidos. Leidos will be on the 23 of Bubba Wallace for, they didn't announce how many races, but the first race that will be on there will be the race at COTA. Leidos is a defense, they do missile systems. They merged with Lockheed Martin's IT division for a big cybersecurity deal. They're one of the biggest cybersecurity deals. And as you walk through the airport, they are the people who make the scanners that scan your body as you walk through the airport. And finally, a possible end to the Brandon Brown sponsorship saga. NASCAR has rejected the Let's Go Brandon Coin sponsor, and Let's Go Brandon Coin is going to sue NASCAR. So if you want to read about that, I will link it down in the description, but I've said all I want to say about it. I'd rather talk about racing. All right, that is all I've got for you today. If you like the content, please feel free to subscribe down below. If you want to leave something in the comments, leave it in the comments. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.